Hello, how you guys doing? James here. Well, on the topic on this video, it's going from a couple of content creators. I've noticed the mindset of the American woman in a certain percentage of ethnic group of women, but there's two ethnic groups of women that give American men a lot of crap to go. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when I get back with my commentary. Oh, we got dead silence here.
Bro, we don't care if you want to go to the Philippines and get you somebody. We don't give a damn if you want to go to Malta and find you a submissive woman. This is why I love getting old. Because only with wisdom do you learn how to leave exactly where he had you done that.
Did you know if you work from home, you're less likely to get divorced?
Nobody really cares that you have a preference and she is totally of a different reason. The only problem we have is that you have to tear down a woman that looks much like the one you came from with your black.
Shout out to his channel.
Welcome back to More Light. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to smash that notification bell just to be sure you're getting my videos when I release them. Alright guys, let's come back.
This is why I love getting old. Because only with wisdom do you learn how to leave exactly where he had you done that. Okay, story time. Let's get into it. Because I really want to set the scene for you. And when I'm done, you're gonna understand exactly why I think I'm okay dying alone.
No comment. Next question. Any other questions?
Like that actually sounds so peaceful to me. To leave this planet exactly how I came. Okay, let me calm down. But I spent all morning going back and forth with a grown man. And it got to the point that he irritated me so bad, I had to make a mental note that I'm going to ghost him. Like, we have been going back and forth, but today was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Because it's like, you're going to act slow and you're going to act like you don't understand what I'm saying for over a week. Like, I've been patient with you for a whole week, right? So here's my theory. And this is why I'm starting to lean towards just being by myself on some real, not even on no bitter. Because at this point, I feel like I'm a scientist. And I'm out here collecting data and doing research. And these are my findings. Unfortunately, I am a woman. So I'm capable of empathy and putting myself in other people's shoes, right? And I had to shut that down today. I had to shut it down. Because like I said, this has been a week of you going back and forth and acting like you don't understand where I'm coming from. Like, my patience, babes, it's non-existent. So, I start to think to myself, because like I said, I am a woman, I have empathy, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, you know he's been going through things. I thought that to myself. And then I said, I don't give a... Let me just get straight to the point and tell you guys my theory. Because I don't have time to waste. Like, I already wasted so much time arguing with this man. Okay? Let me tell you something. When a guy is going through something, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Like, if you're dating a guy and he's dealing with depression or he's having, like, financial hardships, leave his alone because he is going to try to ruin your life. Like, I really had to sit back and I had to reflect. And I'm like, you know, like when you reflect and you like, damn, like, did I forget who I am?
Your donations are funding research.
I'm really excited about the new advances in proton therapy.
And that's why it's gonna be like watch another generation on being alone.
Your ex-husband did what?
He's a doctor. He's a psychiatrist.
And how long ago were you married?
Up until 3 years ago.
How much older was your husband than you?
We'll say 35 years.
So he's 53.
Currently, yes.
Why'd y'all do this?
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
He became mentally, emotionally, and financially abusive.
He took care of you just fine up until he got sick.
Correct.
And then when he was fighting for his life, you became a snowflake. Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I
No, you
chose
didn't have
to.
to. No. You chose. You didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skill. Knock it off. Be honest, man. This is a whole mess. Even the way you're talking, it just sounds like, ugh. Man, how tall are you?
I'm 5'4",
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye.
That's the thing, right? I can't even stomach
Damn.
listening to this. This woman comes across so masculine, right? The masculinity is at an all-time high with this woman. I heard so many F-bombs. You mother, you know what? This mother, I don't know. I'm going back to. It sounds like a beat contest, right?
Emotional, damn it.
Who can beat the most? Why do they continuously get on internet angry? Or as someone would say, why do they get on Beyonce's internet? I found that funny. Why they getting on good old Beyonce's internet? Acting crazy. This is what men are avoiding. Come on, true, you can avoid relationships. You're getting with the wrong guys, number one. And I think after watching this, I'm a guy I'll be feeling, I don't want to smash. I want to avoid you. Next video.
A couple of random divorce statistics that may surprise you. Here we go. Number 1, did you know if you work from home, you're less likely to get divorced? Number 2, if you have lost a lot of weight since getting married, it increases your likelihood of getting divorced. The northeastern section of the United States actually has a lower divorce rate than other sections of the US. If you have a lot of close friends that have been divorced, you're actually much more likely to get divorced yourself. The more educated you are, the less likely you are to get divorced. Divorce is really seasonal. Divorce rates are the highest in January and February every year. Good news for millennials, if you're a millennial, you're much less likely to get divorced. And if you have the same alcohol habits as your spouse, you're much less likely to divorce.
Of course, with the same alcoholic, with the same habits, drinking habits as your spouse, too busy getting twisted to get divorced, right? Or either twisted and always making love, that's why. But anyway, to be honest with you, a lot of guys are not thinking about the divorce statistics. What I mean by that, they're looking at the divorce statistics saying, they're looking at most women are leaving men after 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, even 2 years. They don't want to get married, right? Men are checking out. This, I guess, is decent statistics, but not really, because men aren't checking for them. Look at all of the women saying, I can't find a guy, and guys want to take me here and there. I don't want cheap dates. Women are fighting for cheap dates, while guys are saying, and it's true, and it's right, I don't want to bring you to the most expensive steakhouse when I don't know if you're with somebody else. I'll give you an example why it's that way, and why it's hard to get married, even though the marriage game in the West is dead. I understand why, you know why guys don't like taking women on expensive first dates? When I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I didn't take women on any dates. I just smashed. So I get it. I truly understand why guys do. On to the next video.
We know patients are more than their disease. That's why at Novo Nordisk we've spent 100 years developing treatment.
This is a really good time to remind you of a fundamental truth, which, as long as you remember this fundamental truth, you'll never go wrong in this feminism, sexism, patriarchy maze that we're all trying to find our way out of. And that fundamental truth is this. When you play by the rules of the patriarchy, you will always lose. Every time. Because the rules are set up for you to fail. An oppressive system, a system that oppresses you, has rules that are designed to keep you in that constant state of oppression.
Blah, blah, blah.
So anytime you follow one of that system's dictates, what you're doing is helping that system stay in place, maintaining the status quo.
Guys, I can't listen to this no more. Too much talk about the patriarchy. I feel like I'm watching a Barbie movie, right? I seen a Barbie movie. I didn't go to the movies to see it. I turned it on. I said, let me see what this movie's about. The whole movie. Patriarchy. And the guys were, it was wild. The Barbie movie made woman came out of that movie saying, I'm going to divorce my husband. I'm going to leave my boyfriend I was with for 5 years. Wow.
Going to the positive elements of the film, when we are introduced to patriarchy, bad Ken, and again, he was over the top patriarchy, but it brought a breath of like, oh, you almost, because it's so, men are the problem, men are bad, women need to be in positions of lead, like women literally need to rule the world, that's the best way. It was so pushed like that when Ken suddenly got his shot and kind of took over, I was rooting for him.
Yeah, same.
And it was just because he was funny. Like, he actually brought humor, much needed humor that the film lacked. Like, the film, well, we're about to get into the negatives. There were plenty of negatives.
So many breakups over a Barbie movie. As soon as I heard it say patriarchy 5 times. That was it. I said, if she says patriarchy again, I'm done. You see me shaking my head the whole time, like, I get tired of hearing it. It's like, the patriarchy is you saying patriarchy. It worked. The patriarchy wanted you to be independent to create more debt slaves. Congratulations. You played yourself. On to the next video.
Hey party people, what's up? I just want to talk for 1 second about the passport rules, whatever y'all call them, because I call them the passport rules. Nobody really cares that you have a preference and she is racially ambiguous. Nobody really cares that you have a preference and she is totally of a different race. The only problem we have is that you have to tear down a woman that looks much like the one you came from with your, because you want to make us look bad so you can elevate, Lupita and the crew. Bro, we don't care if you want to go to the Philippines and get you somebody. We don't give a damn if you want to go to Malta and find you a submissive woman. Baby, the second she gets that green card, that doormat switch is going to flip off and she's going to be much like everybody else.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And leave you, just like your Paul did. Okay, have a good night. If you want to go to the Philippines and get you somebody, we don't give a damn.
Same argument. She's just gonna leave you. When these women are happy with these passport bros, I've seen, especially in the Philippines, so many guys get married. I just even recently seen a brother propose to a woman.
I'm glad he found love. That's what it's about. Good for him. Good for that guy. But it's interesting.
We gotta come to terms with agreement. That's the whole point.
We're gonna go back and forth all day. I don't agree, but I don't agree. We're not gonna agree, and so we can't never get out of that stage.
I'm gonna tell you how we can. We don't have to agree on opinions, but we have to agree on the facts. The fact of it is, we're disjointed in the worst way we've ever been.
And another fact is that we love black men. Like, I hate the idea that black women don't. That's why so many of us are single. That's why you have so many black women that are single, because we don't want to date outside our race. We don't. Not really. We will, if we have to. We want a good black man to show up and do right. Whatever we consider right to be. How about
whatever y'all consider right to be, what we consider right to be.
Well, not cheat. Be faithful. I mean, be loyal, faithful. Like, normal average. Not after
cooking, cleaning.
Well, it depends. traditional gender roles. I don't believe that just because I'm the woman, I gotta sit in the house and cook and clean. If I work all day and you work all day, then we all need to clean this motherfucking house all day together. Okay? Ain't no you get to sit on your house. I'm tired too. Alright? So no, it depends on the situation. Every situation is different. We're not taking a lot of the issues to take before because the need for men is not as high because women are making their own money. Before you had to deal, my mama had to take a whole lot of shit from her granddaddy. She didn't have no choice. There was nowhere to go. You couldn't buy no land. I mean, we literally had to have you guys, right? Times have changed. We don't have to have you guys anymore. It is a choice, and everybody needs to be supported one way or another.
Okay, now you just made my point for me, and this is no disrespect towards you. What you just said is why with me. Come on. I'm the Travel OG, and I traded in my Hollywood lifestyle for the sexy beaches of Pattaya, Thailand. Zoom to Thailand and Japan with you, Matt. The Travel OG. What up, Zoom Tribe? As some of you already know, the landscape of Thailand has been changing. More and more Americans are leaving the Matrix and dropping their suitcases in the land of smiles. Is that a good thing? Also, the influx of women, and especially African American women, is becoming more and more prevalent. Is that a good thing? Here we go. Let me say what's up to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? How you doing? You good?
Super Tyler.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Had to come see y'all. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good.
I just came by to say hi to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Hello, ma'am. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes. Does it bother you? You see this here? This is an example of what I'm talking about. I was just wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Now, to be fair to her, I don't know if she was kidding or not, but when she did that, I immediately felt like I was back in the Matrix. While I'm in Thailand, I don't want to feel like that out here. So you know what I say. Whoa, take her back to the Matrix. Today, I'm going to have a round table at the Zoom headquarters and speak to 3 women, 2 black and 1 Thai, as well as 2 men which happen to be their husbands. The conversation got heated and intense in certain parts because we got down to the real issue. A few N-words started flying, passion and emotion took over the room. I'm even gonna chop this up into chapters so y'all can get to the parts of exactly what you want. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button because I'm warning you now, if you're easily offended or you don't want to hear the raw truth, you can just click off now.
And if y'all don't want to support your women,
it's not gonna. Wait. Hold up. Before we get too deep into this, let me put everything in context. It was a grand opening of a restaurant that I was invited to the day before. I try to support all businesses in Thailand, especially people that I like or have a rapport with. My man KB, who's also an entrepreneur out here, and his wife Simone met me at the restaurant, and this lovely lady was there at the time by herself. I did not know she was there with her husband, but what I noticed about her was that she was beautiful, with a nice shape, and the thought ran through my mind, do sisters get any play in Thailand? We got some beautiful sisters out here. Beautiful Thai ladies, boy. You start mixing in the sisters with the Thai ladies, boy. You got something special. So I wanted to interview her and ask her what her take was on being an attractive sister out here and what the attention was for her versus how it usually is in the Matrix. I asked KB to bring her over so I could talk to her, and KB brought the whole crew. It's not that we don't want to support, it's even though I encourage women, ask the males that you know, especially if they're married. If you have males around you and they're married, talk to them. Ask them what they think about your point of views. Ask them whatever questions, because to your point, and to Richie's point, unfortunately in the black community, you have a lot of single parent households. And the issue is a lot of women are talking to other women about what a man is or what a man is supposed to do, instead of talking to a man and saying, hey, what do men really want? What are some of your likes and dislikes? We're the customer, the same way you're the customer. Some people are more modern, some people are more traditional. And you have to be able to have that upfront conversation. Like my wife and I had a serious conversation. Here's my negotiables and here's my non-negotiables. Now, I don't know if you want to share what one of my non-negotiables were, right? It is not one size fit all. Yes. And I feel like that's one of the biggest issues in our community. I feel like men we do a better job at talking to our female friends and asking questions. Hey, can you give me the female perspective on this? I don't know that enough black women do that.
I don't know. I don't know. It just seems, first of all, I feel like you're kind of saying the same thing I said. Always have a conversation about expectations before you get into a relationship with somebody. Not only that, but you need to check in every 6 months because those things also change. So it's not really a black or a white thing. And I need some more support because I know a number of black women who have been married and still single parents in their household.
Sharing meals is a big part of the holiday season, especially for Nakaya, whose family always
We not saying all men gotta do the dishes and wash the clothes and do everything. That's not what I'm saying, but some women need support in other ways. And it's not just going to work, coming home, laying up, looking at TV and doing it all over again. Sometimes, some women are okay with that, and that's fine. If that is the life that you want to live, if that's your non-negotiable, and if you got to go to Thailand to find a girl that's going to do that, more power to you. But what's happening is now a lot of black women are just more willing to be single and deal with some shit that's on their non-negotiable list.
Here's the lesson here, and I'm going to just cut to the end real quick. Being strong and independent means that you're uncovered. Let me say that again to all you lovely ladies out there listening. Being strong and independent means that you're uncovered. See, that independent shit will get you, ladies. What this young woman needs is some good family around her. But it seems like she's not ready because she hadn't humbled herself.
Shout out to Dennis Sperling. As I was editing this episode, I was listening to Dennis stream in the background, and what he said lined up with what this episode is about. So to be clear, Dennis is not referring to this lovely lady in our interview. However, I will be cutting part of his stream to give some counterbalance to the topic.
So if I'm going to choose to be with somebody, either that person's going to bring me peace or he can get the hell on.
Now, I gotta give her husband credit. He's a way better man than me. I couldn't have just sat there and let my wife talk like I wasn't even there and remain cool, calm, and collected like he did. He took it like a champ. Gentlemen, if you want to stay married to a matrix-minded woman, this is probably your best option. Let your woman talk her emotions out and let it go through one ear and out the other. Now, do I agree with that? Hell no. I don't know if you guys are paying attention or not, but if you watch the Thai woman, she looks a bit bewildered. I'm not sure if it's because she couldn't understand everything that was being said, or if she was just trying to process. But this must have been like culture shock to her. Women in Thailand don't usually think like this. The "I don't need no man like my grandma did" talking points, most Thais think the opposite. They understand the importance of family and traditional structure. The younger ones, maybe not so much, but Thai women 30 and up seem to enjoy traditional roles. This is why I love Thailand. This is why men travel here and never want to leave. I'm going to ask the lovely Thai lady some questions as well in a minute, but I didn't want to interrupt this person because she was on a roll. But there was something about this part of the conversation that really disturbed me. I got to thinking, we're in Thailand having the same exact conversation they're having in the Matrix. When you come out here, you're supposed to leave all that back at the airport. Then I started thinking, why are Matrix women flying all the way out to Thailand? Is it because they want to enjoy the same peace the men do? Or is it to poison the minds of Thai women so they'll start thinking like Matrix-minded women out here and create division between the men and the women? Now, I'm not saying that she's doing that intentionally, but Americans have a huge influence around the world. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we dance, the way we sing and rap. Them coming here with that mindset is almost the same as bringing a foreign woman back to the States. After a couple of months, the chances of them getting infected by the Matrix virus increases and the chances of a successful relationship decreases. What do you guys think? Tap in the comment section and let us know. Another thing for you guys to know is if you notice, Elle was nowhere near that conversation. She was in the house. She just stayed in her room. Alright, back to the conversation. You know, we don't have to do the stuff like our grandparents did, but the grandparents stayed married.
That worked.
They had to.
Right, but now that you guys have the choice,
Yes.
now that you guys have the choice, look how it's working out for you
Yeah,
guys.
that's okay. This is what I understand.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, what you have to understand is that we're not mad at. I think that is the misconception, is that we're mad at y'all because y'all not with us. I think that is the big disconnect here.
You say we're mad at you guys because
No,
you're not.
I think you guys think that we're mad at y'all because y'all ain't married us. And we not. That's my point. We don't go.
Do you really feel that way?
Yes, we're not. Listen, all we say is leave us out of it. If you gotta go off and find your happiness somewhere else, go find it. Leave me alone though. Right? You don't gotta make a series about why American women are horrible and why American women are there, why black women are there. Like, just go off and do your damn thing. And then we don't have no reason to respond. Like, there's nothing to respond to. Go live your life. We're not mad.
One of the complaints that men and women in the States have regarding the passport bro movement is not that we're just taking our resources and going to other countries. I noticed one of the top outlets or top complaints that they have about what we're doing is that you guys are putting down or talking about black women. You are degrading the queens. You are talking about the women so much. You can just leave. Why do you have to talk about black women?
Just go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really care about where you go and who you being with. If you just don't on us.
You're right. We are talking about the sisters. Black, white, Asian. We are talking about the behavior pattern of modern women and many sisters.
So what's the point of the TikTok
We're
video?
not gonna be like Thai women because our history is different.
Right, but what's the TikTok videos all about? If you're saying they don't care
The
on a
TikTok
regular
videos
basis.
are saying, look at your little dusty ass. Nobody wanted you anyway, okay? Yes, you over there getting that woman because you can give her $200 a month and she's gonna be happy and taken care of.
All right, this is another thing I'm talking about. You're sitting in someone else's country with someone else in the living room, sitting right next to you, not even taking into consideration you could be insulting them.
Right.
Like I said earlier,
Right,
this
Ricky
conversation
Mac.
got
Right.
heated, and I don't think she meant to insult her.
Right.
However, this is the matrix thing that
Right.
I'm talking about, that men are trying to get away from. This is why women from other countries are clapping back now.
The reason that men are willing to fly across the miles just to marry a Filipina wife like me is because they're running away from women like you. You don't know how to respect humans. I'm not saying that all women in this country are the same as you, but what I'm trying to imply here is that respect is the key. We know how to respect humans. We know how to respect our husband. We know how to respect a relationship. See, I respect my husband because that's what I see from my mother. My mother taught us to value our family, our children, our husband before ourselves.
Like my man Obsidian says, you're starting a war on 3 fronts. And the craziest part about it all is, some of you women and some of you simps don't see a problem with this. This type of thing has become normal in the Matrix. To be honest, I like her fire and her passion and her ability to think on her feet. You can tell there's pain coming from somewhere. I'm calling on all my YouTube superheroes to tap in on me. MTR, Obsidian, O'Shea, Pink Book Lesson.
I'm gonna interject right here. You see how what Richie Mack was saying, that she didn't have no respect by insulting in another person's country. Gonna come over and say something like that. Like I said, the women who speak like that, their mouth is their own destruction. And when they say that, and there's white women that talk like this, and they don't figure out why they're gonna be single until they get older, older. Their own mouth is gonna be their own destruction. And look at what they've done to the men. Men, you know, they want to stress out a man to the point that it can cause internal health problems with that mindset. And you see how weak the woman was to leave her husband after and it was something that unfortunately he came down with cancer. To me, or men in the States that have yet to get to the potential like the Passport Bros, what does that say about us? What does that say that, dang, we have a hard time, we're working hard, and we get into some type of accident, and for a certain amount of time, stuff happens like it would happen to a woman. You get some kind of illness. You see, where's the love? Where's the love? The women during our grandmother's time knew how to love. They knew how to be tolerant. The black women during that time had patience. The black women during that time was like what the one woman said. What happened? Entitlement came along. I can't take this I can't take this pressure. And he gonna do what he gonna do. He's half going through something. And you see how the way those women snap? And do we snap on it? Did you hear anytime a man said that's it? So what? She has a male breakdown. Oh well that she got breast cancer. Oh well. Have you ever seen a man do this? Have you ever seen a husband do that to his wife? She gets breast cancer, he leaves her. She gets ovarian cancer, he leaves her. And you don't think that emotionally that takes a toll on it? He leaves. Can you imagine that? I gotta get my rump on. Imagine that. But it's okay for you to bash a man when he's at his low point. But he didn't. But how many men I have stand by their wives that I've seen that went through the most horrific thing to the human female body, and women do have psychological or neurological problems, and they still love them. Sometimes men don't want. Are there some men that go cheat? Yeah, there's some men that do. But what about the good men that don't? What about the good men that are mature? What about the good men that were patient? What happened? In unfortunate circumstances. See, this is when the Most High God tests the relationship. This is where the Most High God tests the relationship. And that's why men, you have literally neutered the men in this country. You have literally neutered the men. Because you just want to be so independent. And this goes back to the doggone Bible. You just like Miriam. You just want to run your doggone mouth until something happened. And you know the story about Miriam, right? She want to rise up against, because God selected her brother Moses as a punishment. And then when he picks a woman of a different tribe, she gonna get mad. Don't rise against her brother and make her other brother be in agreement with it. That's why the Most High God had to call him out the tent. And you know what he did? He kind of gave a skull and an Aaron. But you know what he did to Miriam? He set her behind down. Because her mouth. And that's the truth. And that's biblical. That's why. Just like, what about Job's wife? And she sound like a Job's wife. Look at you. You just embarrassed me and everything. Man, sit down there with sores all. Oh, don't even know what's going on. Don't even know. He don't know he's about to on the verge of death. Why don't you just curse your God and die? That sound like that woman. Embarrasses her husband, cursing and everything, acting foul mouth. Well, and the one woman said, I guess I'll be alone. Guess what, woman? You spoke your destiny. You spoke it, so it shall be. And God gonna say, it shall be, because your own destruction. Well, I can't do. I can't do this. This what the men in America and other countries got to deal with. And that's why we try to avoid them type of women. Because we don't want no woman don't want to deal with that. It comes down to personality. It comes down to, can you handle a crisis? And how is it that a woman in the Philippines and Thailand watch her husband go through crisis, she don't throw a hissy fit and clown all over him? How is it that a woman in Africa or in Caribbean and she don't throw a hissy fit? You don't think she has the same problems? You don't think she work hard? You don't think that sometimes the kids get on her nerves? What makes you think that you're better? What makes you think that you're better than any other woman on the planet that's doing the same doggone thing? Going out there probably, whatever job that she's doing, domestic or whatever, to a professional. What makes you think as a Western woman, what makes you think you're better? This is why. And to the women I'm talking to the women with their mindset. I'm not talking to all women, but to the women with that kind of mind. What makes you think? Why should a man pick you? I got my own house. I got my own car. I got my own thing. I got my own. That's nice. And I like what this one woman said. That's what grown-ups supposed to do. I work hard. I work. I did this. I did it. And that's why it's too much I and not about we. That's what the men in the Passport Joe to the Passport Bro is saying. You speaking a whole lot. You're screaming, you're cursing, you're cussing, and you getting masculine, you getting irritant, just like the women in the times of the Bible. And it's a proverbs that talk about you. That there's a men who are married to women that have that kind of mindset. That man rather be on the top of a house and deal with the contentious woman that's speaking like that. That's the scriptures. That's what Job was in the book of Proverbs was talking about. There it is. There it is. That's the truth. And to women who have that mindset, that's why you're single. That's why. You don't know how to control your emotions. You don't know how to control your mouth. That's why you would even try to go off on the Most High God himself. Because you're just so strong and independent. And that's where your mama is, and that's where your grandma, you just run out the mouth. And you don't use no wisdom. You run on emotions. And you think by throwing hurting and cuss words and hurt words to demean and defile men, that's going to make a difference. You at an age in your time. Your mouth is your own destruction. That's why you're single. That's why no man don't want to put up with. And the very women that make these videos like that, or the very women that say "Amen, sister," is the very women. That's why they're single. That's why they're not happy. But you don't use the wisdom, because if you look at the good man, the man who you blew off, because he doesn't make enough money, because he haven't have a degree, he don't live in $100 million house. But he busts his butt off. But you don't look at his character, do you? He got to raise up and practically have high blood pressure to put you in check. Because he got to raise and demasculate you. That's what being a part of this culture is about? Whether you're a black woman, a white woman, or any other woman, is that what it comes down to? If that's to come down to, I don't blame the men for leaving. Because you spoke it. You spoke it. And you got what you asked for. And you said it with your own mouth. You'd rather be single. Guess what? Let me tell you, to the book of James, whatever you speak, it takes life. You spoke it on yourself. Then you put it on camera. So you shall be alone. Your own words. And you got mad. Whether you agree with Kevin Samuels or not, but he had the point there. You spoke your own destiny. you spoke your own words. And a lot of these women, older women, are going to be stuck, like he said, going to be stuck with a dog, cussing at a dog or a cat. And even some other women ain't going to want to be bothered with them because they get catty. And some women know what I'm talking about. Them other women that know, because that's what kind of mentality that some women have here in America and other places. That's why they're single. Why is she so pretty? And guys, that goes to show you, how is that she ain't got no man? Something upstairs was wrong with her. She got the body. This is the one that have a perfect body, perfect features on everything, but they don't have the personality. She embarrassing her husband over there. And there was other men that were pointing that out. I don't blame the men for leaving. And I wouldn't want to be a man that, and I don't know if I ever get the blessing to leave, but I would definitely not, tell a man, no, man, you wimpy for going over there. You should stick these women. After hearing something like that, heck no. Man, you go be happy. And if you find it here, God, if it's a miracle, you can find a woman that understand the concept of the women over there. If you find it here, brother, keep that woman. Man, keep that woman. Don't let her go. Don't mess that up. Because you see how the way some of these women are. And especially in America. And wherever, if you in Canada, if you find a woman in Canada or England that has some sense, if this get over to them, trust me, you got a blessing. And she stand by you through the thick and thin, that's a real woman. That's a real woman. These women are not real women. These women is embarrassing. And I don't see how the brother do it with his wife, man. But that's the kind of stuff that make you want to get up and leave after you humiliate him. You humiliate him. And American women don't, and Western women are known for doing that. And when other women see that and bring that poison to the country, that's why the men over there. Because even if they have a disagreement, he don't embarrass her, she don't embarrass him. That's what's the difference. That's why the men went over there. And I don't blame the men. Because some of you women that got that mindset, you just let it all out. Making TikTok videos. Well, I don't need a man. Okay, then why are you making a video? Why you gotta speak? Because you saying it. And it reflects on you because you be the first one to run on TikTok and other videos and say it. So that it give people content to create, to learn not to do what you do. And you teaching other people in another part of the world how you get down. How immature you are. And I bet you if you did, some of you Western women went over there, you try to do that to the men. If the men don't get to a certain level, you'll belittle him. But see, you probably do that to them, knowing that the ratio and the income over there, you'll get a superior intellectual. He'll be attractive, but he don't make enough money by that country standard, and you'll get arrogant about that. You'll carry that arrogant Western mindset. And you think those men over there gonna put up with that mess? You think they're gonna put up with what the American men put up with in certain countries? You'll find out. Because you in a different part of the plane. You trust me, you'll find out. You won't like the end, and you'll see how the court system is over there. That's why. You should be women here should be blessed with what they have. They should be thankful for what they got. But they're not thankful here. They're not thankful. When I see videos, they're not thankful. They're not thankful. Complaining and kind of validate themselves. Oh, I got 10, yeah, but you got all this college debt. Like some guys are pointing out. You got the degrees, but you got the debt. And it's proof that, yeah, you're educated. Yeah, there are women out educating men. but they got to pay back those loans. You got a degree, but does it match your job? Is your job going to give you a raise? Is your career? You get what it is. You get an ego. You turn yourself into an idol. That's what women. Yeah, we can do. And then women are doing this. And in if this was in other countries, they would be cast out to society. They'd be the untouchable women. American women gonna be untouchable women after a while. Watch what I'm telling you. And what does that say to the other men looking at what's wrong with your American women? They get an interpretation like, what the heck? Watch you do that. You embarrassing. You going, oh no, she could embarrass me. Other men looking at this, looking at these videos across the world. Say, I don't want them. I don't want nothing like that. See, they'll see. They might want you for your body, but when they see your personality and get with you for a while, you American women, you gonna find out real quick. Try assaulting them, embarrassing them in front of their family. Try cursing all that in front of their family. You'll find out. You'll find out real quick. And with the women with that mindset, you don't see how blessed that you have it. You are literally pushing the men to another woman by making these videos. And there's a lot of women that even some women that have that same mindset, and they're about to lose their husband. They're about to lose their boyfriend. And did you see over a movie? Are you serious? You really think? And here's the thing about this. You don't like to compete with other women because you've been pumped up in your head that the 3 B's, your butt, your breast, and your beauty was going to captivate the men now that's going to send a message to the men. You've been playing. You want to be a female player. That's what it is. You want to be entitled. And you say, I'm a queen and I got 5 sugar daddies. That's what it is. I got 5 men making good money. I'm a sugar daddy. That's what it is. That's why you complaining. This is the reason. This is the reason why. And these men are messing up your game. That's what it is. You want to do what some men do, because some men have that mindset of doing women like that. And there's some women like you that want to flip it back on men and to treat the men the same way. But when the good men, the nice men, can wake up and get some to cajongis, oh my goodness, who do you think that is? That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. They want to do the same thing because they think that the 3 B's, the beauty, the booty, and the breast, that they was supposed to withhold it. Give me money. That's why they make those OnlyFans sites. They want to be validated. But any self-respecting woman wouldn't do that. Any woman that's doing on her own, they do that. And that's what he was saying. And Andre was saying, you gotta be a fool giving some woman all that money going on OnlyFans. Giving like this one man gave $60,000 to a woman because she's attractive. Man, there's no way. I haven't really been on a date in over a decade. I've had one, but I refuse. I'd rather wait to find someone with some sense to deal with some knuckleheaded women like that. I would rather wait. If it means I have to be alone, it sometimes is good in some cases, because I'd rather learn to enjoy the peace and tranquility than deal with somebody that don't appreciate me as a companion. And that's what it's about, because you can work and balance things out when you have two heads. Somebody can give an idea. Somebody can help each other in different areas if you use wisdom. But these women don't have. Some of the women don't have the wisdom. Who's going to take care of you if you ever go into the hospital? Who's going to make sure that, hey, how's she doing back there in that operating room? When your mother ain't there, when your sister ain't there, your son ain't there, your daughter ain't there. You didn't think about that, did you? Because you so independent. You strong. What about that when you got out of the operation, but your husband, he got around and kept the house clean while you was getting healed up from your surgery? You ever thought about that? What about this? When something goes wrong with the car, and maybe your friend, it would be nice to have someone there to do something that maybe you can't bend over or can't do something, but that man has some knowledge about it. You ever think about that? Just certain things. And these women do not use no wisdom. I can do that on my own. I can do that on my own. I can peel that. Okay, if you can build the house, take care of your house, then you be your own man and woman. I don't need him. That's right. You said it. You didn't need a man. You didn't need a man. So be by yourself. And don't make no video complain about men going overseas. Don't you dare make, because you said it. You said that. It come out of your own words. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose? See, this is the reality gonna hit them. Keep living like that. And then eventually you get older, years go by, nobody. Year go by, nobody. But at some point, it's like what older man said, everybody desire to have somebody. It's only human that we have connections, and he's absolutely right. It wasn't destiny for everybody to be alone for the rest of their life. But some people's mouth is going to keep them alone for the rest of their life, and they don't even see it. Or if they have somebody, that person about to walk out the door. What that woman did. There's no wisdom with some women. Some women don't carry no wisdom, and they don't carry no heart. They don't. Whereas men probably been looking for that love, the love like their mother, their grandmother, how they gave their grandfather, and the respect, a certain amount of respect. So they had to go find another woman in another part of the world, because you got women here that didn't keep the wisdom of their grandmother, didn't keep the wisdom of their, if they had a wise mother, to keep a marriage going. They ran them away. And while you sitting around going home at night, everybody got their companion. And this last I'm going to say, your mouth is your own destruction. Whatever you speak, it come to pass. So those women that making those videos, guess what? Tough, you don't like it. Tough. Change it, your inside. Change your mind. Have the Most High God reveal if you have a relationship with the Most High God. What's wrong with me? Why I can't keep a man? Keep someone I can love that come represent out your kingdom. Ask him something like that. Stop being bitter and vengeful and hateful to other women that will do it, but you don't want to do. And once you reveal yourself, work on yourself. And the men will come, and he will bring the man. But you better, when the Most High God bring you that husband, you better appreciate him. Because you don't, you just slap him, God in the face. Because you so super independent, educated, and beauty, and you don't need it. That's why those women end up alone, guys. That's why. You heard it from the video. Alright then. So hey, you might not like what I'm saying. You might laugh and mock me what I look like, whatever. I don't care. But the truth is, I hope this truth hit you right, smack you right in your face. So to make you think. That's why your own words is your own destruction. So remember that. You watch any women that watch and follow these women that believe in that mindset. Don't be like those women. Don't run your husband away, because once you lose a good man, he may not come back. Alright then, guys, take care. See you on next video.